As she strides away, it occurs to you that she never paid for her drink. On the counter, Hop swirls around in her bottle to give you a big thumbs up.
Okay, close the book. This is a much better ending to the story than we end.
And so the long arm of bureaucracy has found you even in the depths of the swamp. At least you've made a friend.
I haven't advised anyone in ages.
Oh.
This'll be fun.
It is voiced. Cool. Okay, cool. In that case, the exceptionally stubborn rebel. Nice.
Welcome back.
Okay.
I hope you're not too peeved, but it was fun to test the limits together, wasn't it? You're a gutsy one.
It actually remarked about how resistant I was. That's cool. All right, we have access to a map now, it looks like. Yeah. And, okay. So it looks like we've got a place over here called Cleaver's Concoctions. You can buy barrels and not ask a lot of questions. All right, well, I'm going to need some. I don't have a lot of money, but this one here is called Just Drink It. And it's over 1 star. So I'm going to take 3 barrels of your Just Drink It. We can have delivery options too. This one is 2.5 hours, cost me just 1 extra gold. If I want it in 1 hour, I can pay 22. So if I need it fast, there is an express, but it's way more expensive. Like it'll cost me more than the beverage is going to cost. Almost as much anyway. Let's go ahead and get that so that we have stuff in stock, at least in a little while anyway. All right, we have 6 gold left. In the meantime, we are open. Sweaty armpit. And the tavern rating, we need our services category to rate at least half a star, I guess, to get that half a star rating. We also need to check the drink flag tooltip. There we go, yeah. So we want to reach a 1-star rating. We're going to need a couple of things that we just don't have. The services category wants us to have the flag next to the tavern sign. Okay, so we want to do this. We need a toilet, outhouse, bulletin board, etc. Gotcha. Well, I knew about that already. I was actually looking at it earlier. I just don't have enough money to buy the outhouse just yet. Stock is being delivered. That's great. I don't have enough pallets for all of it, so I'm gonna need another pallet to store the extra booze that I bought. So we're just gonna place it there, and maybe we'll have 1 more pallet because we can. I want to make sure I have adequate storeroom. I think the pallets are not the only thing you can use too. I thought I remember seeing shelves at one point in the demo. I saw shelves and stuff in a stock room, so I think we just have to unlock stuff like that into the future. So in the meantime, we just keep serving people the drinks that they want. They keep paying us, and I need to keep expanding what my tavern offers to get to 1 star. So I will keep that on. If anything happens, I'll bring you back. Okay, we do have some extra people here now. We are making some good money, up to 82 gold. So I'm going to go ahead now and grab our outhouse. And if I remember correctly from the demo, this zone is just the... okay, so just a little bit of it has to be in there. I'm going to put it right here. Little outhouse right there. So now we've unlocked, it says 3 extra things. Interesting. A waiting bench. Okay. We have a dartboard and a lantern. Lantern's going to be very nice, providing light for us without taking up floor space would be pretty good. And this is providing light. There are some UI overlays. There are some overlays you can do here. So you can see the temperature. It's very cold in our staff room. Still doesn't have beds. Probably should actually spend on the beds. So as soon as I get 60, there we go. I'm going to go into staff room. I'm going to buy a bed for somebody. Let's go ahead and do that. And we're going to need to manage the cold as well. Oh, hello, Jefferson Apple Butter. Who are you? A new story. Okay.
A scruffy young man with a friendly face and ink-stained hands peers around the taproom. He scratches some notes on a scroll with a tattered quill, then sidles up to the bar and flashes an ingratiating smile. Hello, would you happen to be the owner of this tavern? The name's Jefferson, ace reporter. I'm looking for front-page material for our next Gazette, and I was hoping to ask you about your tavern. On the record, of course.
Okay. You're an ace reporter? Never heard of you. My tavern is definitely hot news. Go ahead. I believe it. Yes, absolutely.
Really? A wave of relief washes over his face, but he squashes it quickly.
Oh, he wasn't sure.
That is to say, I knew I'd get the scoop. Let's see here. He chews the tip of his quill and scans over his scroll with a furrowed brow.
You need to be very confident now.
As everybody knows, this tavern has been vacant ever since the previous owner sank in a freak quicksand accident years ago. How do you come to own the place?
All right, what's the best thing for this new reporter to report here? I just showed up. Is that okay? It's mine now, right? Off the record? No. He wants on the record. I want it in a card game from some mysterious stranger. I like it.
I like it. That adds a bit of intrigue to the piece.
Sure.
The readers will be eager to see if that goes awry in unsettling and ironic ways. Did this mysterious stranger have glowing eyes? No, don't tell me. Jefferson
just say, let's just say he did.
The important thing is you've got the doors open. What's your business strategy going forward?
Do the bare minimum and then open a better tavern elsewhere. That's so literal and true. Honestly, I have no idea. I've never done this before. To make the best, highest rated tavern in the land. Let's just see what he does. I've never done this before. Let's see what he does.
Jefferson gives you an uneasy look, but scribbles down your answer. I appreciate the candor, but I feel kind of bad here. Again, we are on the record for an interview, for a newspaper.
Uh-huh.
Apparently, having exhausted his line of questioning, he rolls the parchment closed. Well, that's all I have. Thanks for your time. I'll be off. This story isn't going to write itself. That's the job of an ace reporter. Jefferson stuffs the scroll into his jerkin, dramatically raising his quill and waving it above his head. To the presses!
Okay, what's he gonna say? We are inexperienced. We have never done this before. Answer a few questions for the local paper. 15 minutes of fame. It's a thing. Cool. We do have half a star right now. We just need to get our services category up. And that's going to require us to have either a bulletin board or a dart board or waiting bench. I think the dart board is affordable, but you know what? I kind of feel like I want to make sure these guys have bed. And, honestly, warmth would be a big deal too, isn't it? So maybe we'll go with, let's just kind of get this thing to be against the wall on that side. Can I rotate you by going this way? No, you're not going to let me do that in the corner. Yeah, I want to go like this. Can you get into the other side of the bed? No? You're going to have your head facing the wrong way? Okay, fine. I guess that's just the way it'll be. Cool. So at least they both have a bed now. I think that's going to be great for just recuperating energy and everything. Like, their energy's way down, and I don't want them to have any mental breaks. So rather than spending it on that, we'll spend it on this. So since we are closed and we have to pay 14... Yes.
More than we earned. Time to balance the budgets.
So you can go negative. It's going to introduce us to loans, it looks like here. If you are short on funds, you can click the loan button to access them. Yada, yada, yada. I know all the things in the handbook. I'll explain it later. But we also are on a clock right now. So right here, there's 24 hours, at least in the standard difficulty. If you go into challenging, it's lower, I think. But you get 24 hours before you are essentially bankrupt. So you cannot be negative for a full day. I don't think we're going to have that problem. We're only 12 down. It's not going to be a big deal. People are going to buy drinks tomorrow. So I'm not going to worry about a loan just yet. But I could go into loans by clicking here, go into the shark, and we can see the different interest rates that are available and stuff. 14% is actually not as bad as I expected. I expected 40, loan sharks and such. But I could borrow this, for example, and it will cost me 31 gold a day as I pay this back. But it'll get me my stars faster, and then I just pay this off as fast as I can. So we could try that, because I think it'll progress me a little bit faster. So let's go ahead and stamp that. We'll grab that loan with 153 gold. We can go in. We can do a couple of things. And then I'm going to take a potbelly stove. This is going to allow us to have warmth in this room for these guys. So I want the room to be really warm. We'll put this in the middle of the room, actually. That seems fine. We'll put it angled towards the door. Should be good. That's going to make it warmer in there once they start actually using it. And then we can have another one kind of over here to keep it a little warmer on this side as well. Yeah, right about in the middle of the floor is okay, I think. So we'll put it right there. And then the other thing we need to get that star is the dartboard, which I now no longer have enough money for. The bulletin board was a thing too, but I think it's in the same category. Yeah, I need a waiting bench. Waiting bench is possible. It's only 30. So we can do that. The waiting bench, where do we put this? Where do we put a waiting bench? How about we put it in front of the taps? People can wait in front of the taps, I guess. We'll sit there. Okay, so now we're going to get our star. That gives us our 1-star rating. We couldn't have done it tonight without a loan. Excellent.
A 1-star rating. Already you're rising in the world. I'm sure the guild doesn't give those out to just anybody.
Only people who have waiting benches. Those are the only people who get them. So we're going to get a better table, a more comfortable chair, a simple toilet, so no outhouse needed, I guess. Wash basin, a work schedule. This allows us to manipulate our schedules for our staff, which is good. Lockers allow our people to specialize, I think, is what it is. And they get bonuses for certain specialties, depending on who they are, if I remember correctly, on how that works. I did read up a little bit about the features and stuff in the game beforehand, so that I kind of knew a little bit about it to present it to you. So there's that. Stargazer. Gain your first tavern star. Yeah, so now we want to get to a better rating. Hello, Dorothy. She's sent me a letter. It says, congratulations, the guild has awarded your tavern a 1-star rating. It's time to start offering food. The traveling merchant can't be depended upon to have everything you need to run your tavern. You'll need to place some special delivery orders. To use the map I gave you to find a supplier of meats. I'm sure they'll stock whatever delicacies the locals enjoy. Oh, what are they? The local swamp culture. What do they enjoy?
We should find a variety of shops on the map. They can deliver what we need.
Sure. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. We have a couple of different locations. There's Cleaver's Concoctions. We already saw that before. And then there's this new one here called Stillwater Market. Great place to buy fresh bread. The rats know this too. Market is consequently also a great place to buy fresh rats. Okay, cool. So we can do trail rations, which are worth half a star. Mushrooms are worth a full star. They're not much more expensive, so that's nice. These are side dishes. And then main ingredients. We have swamp rats and common rats. Okay. Swamp rats last twice as long, but they're unsafe unless grilled, so you have to grill them, which, I mean, we plan to anyway. And they stay twice as long. They're not going to waste. So they also cost less. I'm going to go with swamp rats, and we'll also grab some mushrooms so that we can get the full star and then the half star. We could put a dish together that has both ingredients. Maybe we can get another star that way. So we'll go ahead and buy that and see what that gets us. Now, I'm not sure how long it takes for that delivery, but we'll see.
Sometimes I wish someone would throw my bottle into the Fantasy Sea. I could float all the way to the edge.
I can take care of that for you if you'd like. Just saying. You say the word, I'll throw you out there. Applicant. I hope I have a name, okay? Although I haven't never told you what it is, though. You know, it's my skill sheet, though. You could have just put that there. Anyway, this is the respect I have, right? I hope your ingredient order has been placed. The next phase depends on it. You must build a functioning kitchen and add food to your menu. Enclosed, please find a license for its development. We recognize that this will be costly. Statute 34.2.0.3 allocates a loan for this specific purpose. So they're giving me some money, 180 gold to build a kitchen.
Stuck in the gears of the guild's protocol machine isn't all bad. A little extra gold in your purse can take you a long way.
I mean, sure, but it's a loan, not like they gave it to me. Larder shelf. So this allows us to store the ingredients. A little elevated there. There's a food window and a grill. Okay, so those are the three things we're going to use to make our kitchen. So the first thing is probably zoning. And yeah, here's kitchen right here. So I'm gonna say the kitchen is gonna be. I'm not sure how big it needs to be honest. I kind of feel like a really small kitchen is probably fine, but we'll go with one extra tile here, I guess. And then I think we'll put a door on this side, but I also kind of want a door. You have to exit the kitchen to get to the storeroom, I suppose, is probably okay. I would also like to sell a few things here. We're going to sell this pallet. And we're going to sell... let's just keep those pallets for now. Extra storage can't hurt. But let's go get ourselves a larder shelf. Yeah. Too flimsy for barrels. It keeps up to 3 inventory items safer from spoilage and very short thieves. Very short thieves. Okay, 1. These are expensive too. Let's put 2. So we have some of these shelves. We can put some of our food ingredients here. The barrels, though, they still need to be on the pallets. Okay. Next, kitchen. We need a grill. So I guess we just place that anywhere in here. We'll put it... I feel like this room is bigger than it needs to be, but it's okay. Put a grill there, I guess. And then the food window, we don't have enough money. We need 80 gold for that, which we will easily get today. Oh boy. The article came out. Grand opening, the new tavern in Riverbottom. Though most things in Riverbottom are sinking into the muck, one business is on the rise. An abandoned building in Bog Crossing got a new lease on life when the grand opening of the hottest and only new tavern in town. The Chronicle was on the scene, landing an exclusive interview with the proprietor. We hear they won the property in a game of cards, but it was clear that more than luck was on their side. Though they've only just opened, you can expect great things ahead. Don't expect the same old tavern service you're used to, as this owner has, quote, never done this before, promising a new and exciting perspective. Our recommendation, give them a shot. And if you see the Chronicle's ace reporter Jefferson Applebutter at the bar, buy him a drink. Cheers. All right, cool. So,
well, now your story is out there. People across the land may be reading all about you as we speak. Exciting. Intrusive.
It's going to attract new customers. Intrusive. It's going to attract new customers. So, that's very nice. Yes. Special delivery coming in. You guys got some stuff you can bring in, please, and thank you. I do have one spot here for some extra beer, extra drinks. Why don't we get a little bit of... Ooh, man, the jerky. Look at that jerky. Nest killers. What are these things? Miscellaneous. Explosive. When this is stored in a hot environment, it's only a matter of time before it explodes. Nest killer kills bug nests. We don't have any infestations in this scenario, so we don't need to buy anything like that, but that's interesting that it exists. This one will last twice the usual rate, too. I think I kind of like that, because I have a lot in storage, and I don't want it to go bad. Since this will last twice as long, it doesn't cost very much. I'm just going to grab that from him so I have an extra drink on hand. All right, so we're open now. I think it's probably about time to get a third person here. And I feel like Jonah... I feel like Aiden was the one, right? Yeah, he was the one I really wanted to get. So let's go ahead and stamp him in here too. So we have 2 elves and what are you, Bianca? What are you? Oh, she's a human. Okay. So we have a human and we have the elves here. Now these guys are all considered generalists and their feet are dirty. What happens when they walk on that rug? See, they get cleaned. A little bit passing by that rug. That's cool. All right, probably want to have another one over here too. But I have 45 gold. That's not enough to build the food window yet. And then they just now fueled these. So this should be adding some warmth into the room now as well. So if we go over to our overlays, we should see temperature is restored and they can now sleep in a nice cozy room. So that's nice. Brightness needs to be worked on now too, I guess. And then there's filth, noise, decoration, very ugly there. No damage, no flammability. Well, flammability is here. So all these sources of heat and light are also potential fire problems, right? So the more light you add, you know, potential fire issues there. But we don't have that in this scenario, so we don't have to worry about it in this scenario. Okay, so as soon as they pay for a drink, there we go, 87. Let's go ahead and pause it. We're gonna grab the food window and we're gonna place it. I guess the food goes from this side. Yeah, so this will be fine just placing it here. We now have a food window. Cool. So now we need to design a meal, it says. And that's in the tavern menu. So come up here. I see. Mushroom. I don't have rats. Hearty, fungus, mild, and filling. I don't have the rats, I guess. Did I not get the rats? Oh, the rats are in stock. Should be able to get a rat meal. Let's see. We want to add dish. There it is. Okay, mains. Recipes. Gotcha. Grilled skewer. Needs a grill. We have a grill. Ah, okay. Here we go. So, let's see how this works. So, we have swamp rat. Doesn't go bad easily because it's already there. So, we'll go ahead and skewer that. Yeah, grill that up. That's nice. We're going to charge 10 for it because I want to also add mushrooms to it. Can I do that? It's a side dish. Maybe I can't. This will be their satisfaction with it. We'll go 9. I guess we just do this. Maybe we sell the mushrooms with it, like automatically? I think maybe we do. Here's a side dish. Yeah, so side dishes are already on the menu that way, so they can already do it. Gotcha. We're gonna charge 7 for that. Only takes their satisfaction down a little bit, and I get a little extra money for it. So 9 and 7 should be okay there. And then just drink it. Dog's bitter. Okay, we now have a menu.
Not the finest cuisine, but it's a start, and it keeps the novice adventurers busy. Order up.
All right,
now
sweet.
we wait for an order. Hope everyone is hungry.
Yeah, for a grilled rat, right? So they're gonna put the tag here. Looks like they just sent an order in, and then somebody has to go back and cook it. So he took the order. Then he's gonna come back to the grill. There we go. He's gonna come around, find a rat. There we go. Throws it, or skewers it first, right? Puts it on the grill. There he goes. Order up. Dang. And then, of course, since he's the one that took the order, I imagine he's going to grab... Oh, he grabbed a mushroom as well. Ah, they ordered the side dish. Okay, cool. And then he's going to come around and actually take it because he was also the person that took the order. So we served a meal. Now we just need a 1-star food rating. To get that, we need to serve meals to 4 tier 1 patrons. So it's just a matter of time. Not so much doing really well with the actual meals. Okay, cool. In the meantime, bedroom. I think we need... I can't click that. Oh, no. Oh, staff room. Sorry. Bed. So I want another bed for my other person that's here. So let's do that. And as we get more people today, hopefully... I should have enough for some lanterns, is what I was hoping for anyway. To add some light into places, because these guys don't necessarily like the dark. So if I take a look at their happiness, he's actually perfectly fine. The human is perfectly fine, but she is getting a modifier, bringing it down because it's too dark in the room. And then you, same thing, a little bit of a, you're new, so that doesn't really count because you have that buff, but the darkness is something that you have to look at. So we could work on that. There's also a work schedule here, which if I place this, I think kind of anywhere. In general, I think you'd want it like over here though. We can place a work schedule here, and this allows me to alter when they work. So if I place that work schedule there, I should be able to click it. Yes, open schedule. There it is. So this is what the schedule, I haven't seen the screen yet, but this is what this looks like. So we choose their job here and kind of what they're allowed and not allowed to do. So if I don't want these guys to do dog's body work, then I would click it and kind of do this instead. Kind of highlight this whole area here. I'm sure I could probably just drag as well. But this will remove dog's body work from their schedule because they're not very good at it. And that leaves Jeremiah to do all the dog's body stuff. If that's what I wanted to do, I could do that. I'm not really going to do that, but I could. I'll just go ahead and highlight all of these again. And then there's specialist work too. If we have a uniform for them, which we need to get the locker for, but if we have uniforms, then they can dress in their very specific uniform. They will only perform that job, but depending on their traits, they may be very effective at that job. So for example, here, Aiden has a uniform bonus of being plus 20% to his chef skill and negative 20 to all other skills when he's wearing this uniform. And also he's plus 25% faster when performing these chef skills. And I think that's the general thing that happens to every single one of these guys. Yeah. So if they are dressed as a chef, that's what will just happen with that. Because their skill level is very high, we could see, better chances of not contaminating food and things like that. So we just save the changes. Yeah, it's fine. So for right now, though, I just have 3 people working all day. And I think that's okay. So I have only 9 gold here, and we have Joe. Hello, Joe. Let's see.
What have we here? A tavern of this caliber must have the tastiest brews in Riverbottom. A stout man in a stained apron stomps up to the bar. His bushy grey eyebrows obscure his eyes, but do nothing to soften the voice reverberating from his broad-barreled chest. He seems human, but you'd swear from his stride that he has some dwarf in his lineage somewhere. It's a great pleasure to meet you. The name's... His brow furrows. Joe. The name's Joe. Joe Town Guy.
Joe Town Guy. That's your real name. Joe Town Guy.
It surely was last time I checked. He chortles good-naturedly, laughing it off, but surreptitiously wipes a bit of sweat from his brow. Yes, indeed. The name is Joe Townman, as sure as swamp rats are damp.
Now it's Townman.
That isn't important, though. What's important is your selection of beverages.
So now he's Townman. Okay, Townman. So is that Joe Town Guy Townman?
Yes. Joe licks his lips as he surveys your tap setup. He's only a head and a half taller than the bar itself, so he gets a good close look. I'll have a mug of whatever you have on the tap, please and thank you. You fill a mug and slide it across the bar. He takes a deep swig, then promptly chokes and spits it across the surface of the bar.
Hey, don't spit on my bar. What's wrong with you?
What's wrong with me? What's wrong with your beverage selection? You serve this swill to customers?
Hey, man.
Mr. Town Guy shakes his head,
Mr. Town Guy.
eyebrows swaying. But I don't blame you. I blame that merchant and his little boat. If only there was somewhere nearby you could go to buy proper drinks. He reaches up very slowly and slides a map onto the countertop. Somewhere that won the Golden Toad Award 7 years running.
Ah, I see. I see what's happening here. Yeah. That would be really convenient if it existed. Oh, well.
Actually, Joe absently takes a sip of his drink and smacks his lips thoughtfully. You notice he doesn't spit it out. By crockery, how could I ever forget Moss Barrel Brewery? Joe Moss Barrel brews the finest drinks in Riverbottom, or my name isn't Tom Joe Guy.
I see. Joe Moss Barrel, It isn't. You've changed your name 3 times already.
His brow furrows as he thinks back over the conversation. No, I don't. Surely you're mistaken. Who would I be if not Tim Jobman?
Right. Well, first you were Joe Town Guy. Oh, okay. And then you were Joe Townman. And notice that my smarts is actually getting higher. It looks like this is a better chance than last time. Joe Townman. Yeah. Then you said that your name was John Tom Guy. No, that wasn't it. No, neither one of those are it. I'm gonna have to search for the last name. Smart, 75% chance.
You think hard and try to dig the names from your subconscious.
It's gonna make me roll for it. Okay, 75%. Go. There we go.
You successfully recite the names back to him, and the sweat on his brow begins to drip. Yes, Joe, Tom, Town Guy, Townman, Joe Guy by birth. My parents were cruel. He watches closely to gauge your reaction, then throws up his hands in defeat.
Whatever.
Stones and stumps, you've seen through my ruse. I'm sorry. It was my nephew's idea. Drum up a little business, you understand. We really are the best brewery around. I'll send you a few free barrels to prove it. Come on by if you want more.
Yeah, I like free barrels. That's good. I like that. Great margin on those free barrels. When are those free barrels coming? Looks like right here. Delivered from Mossborough Brewery in 24 hours. Cool. So I have time to work through my existing supply in that time, because we still have a little bit left here. 6 more on that one, and this one's almost out.
For a rainy night.
And then this one looks like we're pretty good here, actually. Yeah, 4 days on the spoil right there, 10 days on the spoil right there, 3 days. So we want to get that dog's bitter, but that sorry, but that is very cheap. So if his stuff is better, then great. Now it is raining. Raining has an impact on customers, if I recall correctly. So if I take a look at this, it says when it rains, wet patrons trek in mud and might want a fire to help dry off. I have those out in the lobby there, or out in the tavern room, the tap room. It might be tempting to not admit patrons when it rains, but this is considered a poor business practice. Thankfully for us, though, the place is closed right now.
We've overspent, I'm afraid. Now let's over-earn.
Yeah. I don't think it's going to be a problem. We'll get out of debt tomorrow without an issue. I've already gotten all of the ingredients and stuff that I need, as long as they don't go bad. How long until my rats are going to go bad? 6.6 days. That's nice. And then the mushrooms will last another 6 days too, so that's good. This has another thing. Creates dust. The shelf does. The shelf creates dust over time? Interesting. Okay. I mean, I know these do. These create dust. At least I thought they did. Maybe they don't. Sparking. Potbelly stove could be a fire hazard. Flammable. Right now, there's none. There's no chance because this scenario has fires disabled. But the next one, the next scenario, I imagine that's like on the table. So we'll have to be a little more careful with that, I would assume. Hoping you guys are enjoying this so far. I know I am. I'm not entirely sure how many videos this first scenario is, but I do know that there are other taverns to open later on once we complete this. I don't know when this ends, but I'm imagining it ends once we go through the story here, and then they'll probably open up another location for us, I would think. So I hope you're enjoying that, and it probably gets a lot more interesting. They open up new mechanics, like fires, start to become possible.
Overheard that we had to take a loan and left a big tip to help us out.
Oh, wow. Hey, thanks, man. 100 gold as a tip, so that's great. Speaking of loan, I still owe 147. I am paying 31 per day. That's one of the reasons why I have such a big payment and stuff. Now, the cool thing is, though, is that we actually have a 7% interest offer over here for 230 gold. 7% interest is better. Our payment is almost the same, but we have a lot more money. So I can take the loan here to pay off this loan here and just pay less interest overall, while also having more money to just do the things I want to do.
Paid your loan. How exciting. I was wondering how you'd manage it.
I took out a loan to pay off a loan. This is the way. But it's I think it's a good way for this, because you reduce your interest paid, right? So you could say it's the same as refinancing, right? It's the same as rolling it into another loan. It's great. All right, and then with 196 gold, if we earn some more, I can always pay this off today too if I want to. But that kind of, I don't think that's necessary just yet. We'll see how we do with serving people food and everything. That's going to take care of the meals, I thought. No, he has a drink, not another meal. Why don't we get another... I could do the locker, but I'm looking for something else. Something like... Kitchen doesn't really do anything for me right now. More shelves don't do anything for me right now. There's nothing that's entertaining for people. Like, put the bulletin board. Yeah. Where patrons can share job postings, items for sale, and rambling screeds. Maybe I can put a job board or a bulletin board up here, like right here. And then what does this get me? Price 2. Higher prices increase profit but reduce patron satisfaction. So they have to pay to put things on the board, right? Is that the idea? So we'll leave that as 2 gold. But it's another revenue stream potentially for me, so I'm going to leave that there. And And then now we're going to serve our meal. So that should get us to 1 star. Oh, it's a half a star. That's the requirement for half a star. I need to get to a 1-star food rating. I see. Okay. I do think having another table would be a good idea, though. If I grab another... this is a very big table, isn't it? Big table. Put the big table maybe over on this side. Yeah, over on this side. It's like a party over here, man. I like that. Put another big table right over there. That's pretty good. Instead of being, 2 chairs, they have 4 on the same table. It's nice. You can get a big group. Oh, what's this? You have presents? You have gifts? A lumber chic. Created by... So, these are things that are created by the community. Duo design, right? These are other users, right? So, this one says it's created by a loyally. Okay. Yeah. You can decorate things. I'm not sure who made them, but I think that stuff was available in the demo. So if I wanted to set that up, decorative right here, to improve the ambience of your tavern. So this is free because I just got gifted it. So I can place this kind of anywhere I want in here to improve what the place is like. So why don't I place this over on the big table here? Let's put it over here. Put it right there. That's pretty good. And then there was another one too. I can buy another one for 11 gold. I thought there was another one. We need lanterns. We need light. Yeah. Let's get a light over here. Should be pretty good. Maybe like right on the door. Put a light there. Let's put a light back here for these guys too. Keep this place well lit. Let's put a light over here. Keep this place well lit. Right there makes more sense. We'll get a light in the bedroom. Not sure why. In the kitchen makes more sense, I think, actually. Get another one in the storeroom maybe too. Okay. I don't want to spend all my money on that, but yeah. Oh, what's this? You have to be moved. Okay. I'll move you to someplace where you're not in the way. How about right here? Does that work? It does. Because there's a little bit of a gap there. All right. So the stuff from Moss Barrel just arrived. And we're going to need more pallets, it looks like. Or at least one more pallet. So let's go into our storeroom, grab another pallet, pop it there. And we got a couple of barrels of stuff here. So this is Schlam's Pride. It's a 2-star, and same thing with this. So we want these guys to bring that inside. It looks like they won't do it just because they're not scheduled to keep working right now. So the time right now is 11:16 p.m. I really want people to bring this in so it's not sitting outside in the rain all day or all night. So since they're not on the clock right now, what I'm going to do is have them be a dog's body, which I can't do because I don't have the thing. They're pretty low energy. I don't have the, what the heck is it called, man? I can't remember what it's called. The locker. We're going to make them a generalist here. It means they're going to get a little less sleep. So we'll also take them off of the schedule these 2 hours, get them a little extra sleep. But I want them as a generalist here, only dog's body, so that they'll go back to work right now. And then they'll start doing the hauling in. I want them to haul that stuff in. There we go. I don't want them to sit outside all night. Now I can open up their schedule once he puts it down. Yeah, we'll open up their schedule now and we'll just take that away. There we go. It didn't keep them up that long. It's fine. I'll put them back on the schedule. Just give them an extra hour of sleep. It's fine. All right, so now they'll go back to sleep, or at least into their rooms. There we go. No problem there. All right, then. So I've definitely extended this into 2 videos for now. Hopefully you guys have liked this. Thank you so much for watching. Take it easy. Love your faces. We'll see you for the next one. Bye-bye.